Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming to you from Burbank City where the Plasma are hosting the Lumiose Yellows, and as that Jotonian Quillfish is intimidating the Yellows, let's have a look at that tail of the tape as for the second season in a row the Plasma were able to make it into Victory Road and the Elite Four, the only side in that place twice, whereas the Lumiose Yellows, after initially making the Elite Four in our inaugural season, they were unable to make it back to Victory Road in Season 2, but they want to look to rectify that here. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think will win this matchup. Will it be the poison types? Will it be the electric types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
And it is going to be Minun alongside Rotom as it goes for that low sweep, not very effective though, onto Survivor, who is joined by that Jotonian Quillfish that we did mention having that intimidate. We get the flame charge as well from Rotom, not very effective onto Quillfish thanks to that part water type, but there is the speed boost for Rotom as Quillfish does go for the lunge onto Minun, getting some great damage there, and it lowers its physical attack in the process as Survivor follows it up with the triple axle, this multi-hit move, getting stronger every time, and it gets the critical play on the second connection, and it will only connect 2 times. Rotom avoiding that third, able to respond with the super effective confusion onto Survivor, getting in some great damage, and these sides have great chemistry, but it is the floral healing helping out Quillfish from Minun, setting its own side back. It does not want to set that minus as Quillfish is going to go for the avalanche onto Rotom, putting it into knockout range. Survivor with the follow-up guard swap, not going for the easy elimination, instead switching all changes to the defensive stats with Rotom, but Rotom responds with the Syrup Bomb onto Quillfish, capitalizing on that part water type, and it will be covered in that sticky candy syrup. Minun with the follow-up goes for the belly drum, but that is going to fail, and this allows Quillfish to go for the power trip, and it does focus in onto Minun, once again putting it into knockout range. Survivor could go for the easy elimination, but instead it goes with the Aromatic Mist, helping out Quillfish here by boosting its special defense, but that speed stat is going to be lowered, and Rotom with the Revelation Dance onto Survivor gets the elimination, getting the first one on the board for the Lumiose Yellows in this contest. Minun looking to follow up, connects with the Oko Horn Drill onto Quillfish, an incredible connection, especially after going for that floral healing earlier on. I think that makes up for it, as now out for the Plasma it is going to be Toxapex, and it is going to be joined by Zangoose. Fortunately for the Plasma, they did not have Survivor and Zangoose on the field at the same time, and if you're wondering why Zangoose is here, it is because it is the Terrestrial draftee this season for the Burbank Plasma. It is going to shed that normal typing, becoming a poison type here on the field, but Rotom still with that speed control goes for the parabolic charge, almost takes out its own teammate, but Minun is able to hang on by a thread. However, it did get some really good damage, especially onto Toxapex, being super effective, as well as getting its health restored in the process, as Rotom was a very easy target. It's able to get back more than half of its health here, and this is going to cause Toxapex to chow down on that Enigma Berry, restoring some of its own health in the process, as Minun is going to go with a super effective S-Bling also onto Toxapex. They're trying to get rid of this very defensive Pokemon with that super effective move. It does get a speed boost, but Zangoose could finish it off. Instead, it goes for the Screech, but that is going to be avoided here by Rotom. However, Toxapex is going to go with the Pollen Puff onto Minun to get that easy elimination for the Burbank Plasma, making sure that the Yellows don't get too far ahead, as the Yellows send out their own Terrestrial draftee. It is going to be that Cantonian Weezing with that levitate ability, and they've already got the levitating Rotom on the field as well, so the Plasma cannot capitalize on any ground type moves at the current time. And Rotom is going to go with that waterfall here onto Zangoose. Doesn't actually get a great deal of damage, allowing Zangoose to respond with the Victory Dance. It must be feeling confident on this new side, boosting its physical attack as well as its physical defense, and it has 115 base attack as well as boosting that speed. However, Weezing is going to go for the Bone Rush, this multi-hit move onto Toxapex, gets that second connection, and it connects with the third to take Toxapex out of this game, extending that lead for the Lumiose Yellows once again. The Plasma have already lost half of their side, the Yellows only having lost one member so far. And it is going to be Victory Bell making its debut here as the Thunderclap from Rotom is going to fail. This allows Zangoose to try and capitalize by going with a Thunderclap of its own, but as well that is going to fail. Victory Bell looking to do its part though, goes for the Torment on to Rotom, trying to make it struggle here in this matchup, making it subjected to that Torment, as Weezing is going to go for the Fire Punch, putting Zangoose into knockout range, but this does cause Zangoose to start chowing down on that Lancet Berry. It is getting pumped here on the field, but Rotom, with no moves left, is going to struggle, but it's not enough to take Zangoose out of this match. There is the recoil for Rotom as Zangoose with the Drain Punch, getting some great damage there onto that Electric type. Weezing restoring some of its health in the process as well. Very clever, as it was such an easy target. Victory Bell with the follow-up. The attack order here onto Rotom, putting Rotom back into knockout range with that not very effective move. Weezing, however, with the Mega Drain, trying to get some of its own health back from Zangoose here. And as these sides are keeping up the action, you do have Rotom going for the Brine. This will be resisted by the Park Grass type Victory Bell, which opens the door for Zangoose to try and capitalize with the Leafage onto Rotom. And Rotom has been taken out of this match. Victory Bell with an opportunity to follow up, goes with the last respects onto Weezing, and they have leveled the playing field. It is down to a 3v3 match after that huge play completed by Victory Bell, taking Weezing out. As the Yellows send out Pachirisu, it is going to be joined by Plusle. We did see Minun earlier on. It's the Corrosive Gas here from Zangoose that is going to corrode away that Staff Berry, as well as the Lancet Berry and the Enigma Berry on Plusle and Pachirisu respectively, but Pachirisu responds with the Seismic Toss to take Zangoose out of this match, putting the Lumiose Yellows back in front. And Plusle with the opportunity goes for the Fairy Wind here. This is going to be resisted once again by Victory Bell, opening the door for the Park Grass type to go with the Agility, trying to take the speed control for the Verbank Plasma, as we are going to find out who their last Pokemon is, and it is going to be Skuntank with that Champions Game experience. The Rapid Spin from Victory Bell, once again getting a speed boost, getting some good damage there onto Plusle as well, but Plusle does respond with the Chloroblast, being resisted by Victory Bell, but the recoil damage, Plusle able to hang on by a thread. Pachirisu looking to do its bit, goes with the roleplay, focusing in there onto Skuntank. It is going to take that Keen Eye ability, ditching that pickup ability that it has, but Skuntank does respond with the Dazzling Gleam, connecting with both electric types. It takes Plusle out of this game. We are down to a 2 versus 2 contest, and last Pokemon for the Yellows, it is going to be Lantern. Victory Bell could capitalize here, as it has that grass typing advantage over the water typing, but it is unable to connect with Pachirisu, who does respond with the Assurance, getting that critical play onto Victory Bell. Skuntank, however, is going to set up the Phantom Force, so it vanishes instantly from the field. Lantern needs to focus in onto Victory Bell, going with the Dazzling Gleam, which is going to be avoided by Skuntank. It does put Victory Bell into knockout range, who does respond with the Stone Edge, but that is going to be avoided by Lantern. Pachirisu looking to capitalize, goes for the Coil. And it does boost that physical attack as well as that physical defense and its accuracy, as Skuntank is going to finish off that Phantom Force, so getting some good damage onto Pachirisu, as Lantern does respond for its side by setting up the double team. It is going to boost its evasiveness, making it a much harder target for the Verbank Plasma to take out in the late stages of this game. The Sticky Web from Victory Bell is setting up those entry hazards, but there will be no more Pokemon entering this matchup, as Pachirisu looking to capitalize, goes for the Luster Purge on to Victory Bell, and it takes it out with that super effective move. Very clever to not go for the Part Dark type Skuntank there on the field, who is all by themselves. It does respond though with the Leaf Storm onto Pachirisu, leveling the playing field. It is now a 1v1 contest. Skuntank lowering its special attack in the process. It's Lantern, it's Skuntank, 1-on-1. The Thundershock from Lantern onto Skuntank gets in a little bit of chip damage, but Skuntank responds by setting up the Shelter here, so it is going to boost those physical defenses a great deal, as Lantern is continuing on the offensive, going with the Slash this time. And Skuntank does respond with the Rock Wrecker onto Lantern, getting some fantastic damage, but this does cause Lantern to start chowing down on its berry, and it is going to restore that health thanks to it being the Citrus Berry in this game. And Lantern continuing to capitalize, goes with the Phantom Force, so now it's going to be the one vanishing from the field, and Skuntank does have to recharge, so this is going to be completed immediately. as that Phantom Force connects, but it does practically nothing with that not very effective move. Skuntank could capitalize here, responding with the Electro Ball, capitalizing on that part water typing, but it didn't make a difference. Lanturn tanks that and responds with the Razor Shell, getting some more good damage onto Skuntank, lowering its physical defense in the process. But now Skuntank's the one to chow down on its berry, as it's going to restore its health, as it was holding the Citrus Berry as well, and Skuntank does respond with the role play. So it is going to take that Keen Eye ability and change it into the Illuminate ability that Lanturn has, but Lanturn still has the speed control, allowing it to go for the Super Fang. It is going to halve the remaining health of Skuntank, but Skuntank goes back with the Malignant Chain, and it is going to leave Lanturn with that badly poisoned status condition that will get progressively worse. It is running out of time. Lanturn is going to go for the Soak. It will change Skuntank into a water type. It will now be weak to electric type moves. But there is that poisoning starting to afflict Lanturn here in this match, as Skuntank is going to go for the headlong rush, and that super effective move takes the win. Lanturn has been eliminated, and the Verbank Plasma hold on to take round one from the Lumio Shellers in what was an impressive one-on-one contest just between Skuntank and Lanturn alone. But as I try to catch my breath, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought the best on field was, as next round the electric types will be going up against the Mahogany Explorers, whereas for the Plasma they're going up against the Hammerlock Draconids. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.